Hello folks, it's Kikoskia here, and welcome back to Let's Play Duck Detective The Secret Salami. And when last we left off, everything has gotten very serious very quickly. Not only is there a conspiracy to import salami into the country, Sophie's been kidnapped. The salami bandit is upping their game, trying to cover their tracks, trying to frame Freddy Frederson. But why? Why kidnap Sophie? We'll find out soon enough as we go into this room.
Let's see what's hidden in here.
Let's see indeed.
What are you doing?
Going into the server room.
Secret detective business.
You're not going to believe that. Or maybe you are. Oh, here we go!
The electrical sparks and blinking lights created a claustrophobic atmosphere.
You really should find me light.
I definitely felt that I wasn't supposed to be here.
Makes sense. Right. Let's look around. We have boxes.
What's he keeping in all these boxes?
Good question. What about this?
I don't think it's meant to do this.
Nah, it's probably not. We have this here. Ooh. Oh. We look a little tired. Bags under eyes. Anxious. Yup. Ooh. A tattered hat. Oh. Oh. Oh, oh. Breadcrumbs. Shame.
Has that been there the whole day?
Yup. Yes, it has. This place is pretty well appointed. Very well appointed.
Honestly, this is nicer than my apartment.
It is. We also have this. Easy. Bear Bus 100 Schmark voucher. New unused 100 Schmark voucher now selling for 80. Sale listing voucher. Ooh, someone's selling vouchers that they shouldn't. Oh. Now to delete Ize's selling history. Dad, this is not Google. Can't use computers well. Camera, bus, CCTV. Ooh.
What's up with these Bear Bus vouchers on eBay?
Can I talk to anybody about these? No. Right. Let's think. Let's think. Something about... Let's look at our thing here. Okay. So that handwriting. That's the same handwriting. Okay. I think I know who the bandit is now. Just looking at all the written things here. Yeah, I know who the bandit is now. So, let's go to this. Someone is blackmailing Manfred to stay quiet about... But who? Wait! If I go to... That's Rufus. That's Rufus's handwriting! That's Rufus. Rufus blackmailed Manfred to make him stay quiet about him, Rufus, illegally selling vouchers. And I know who provides them because they're in a romantic relationship with each other. Margaret is the one that provides the vouchers to Rufus. So Margaret isn't as innocent as we think. Right in the nose.
So this is what Rufus and Margaret were doing with the vouchers.
Yep.
It might be illegal, but this wasn't what I was here for.
Indeed.
I needed to catch the Salami bandits.
That you do.
I quickly needed to find out where Sophie was being kept. I also couldn't let the Salami bandit get away with this.
Indeed.
It was finally time to find out who was behind everything.
And I know. Sophie is at... Okay. Sophie is at... Oh, I know where she is! The CCTV, the... Yeah. Sophie is in one of the buses. Because Boris is also involved in this. Who could smuggle the salami across the border? Boris. Who's organizing all of this? Manfred. Because Manfred needs the money. But that's not... Oh, not station. Office. There we go.
Oh my god!
Yep.
That's where she is being kept.
In the bus.
It's important that I stayed calm now.
Good thing you're in the server room.
I couldn't alert the culprit, or all of this will have been for nothing.
Indeed.
I needed to first figure out who is behind everything, so I could confront them.
Yep. And we know who's behind it. We know who's behind this. Manfred. Manfred is the Salami Bandit. Because the Salami Bandit and his handwriting are identical.
Manfred is the Salami Bandit.
He needs the money.
That makes a lot of sense.
And that's why he wants to get rid of Freddie Frederison.
Ironic that his handwritten note meant to frame Frederson ended up incriminating Manfred instead.
Yep.
Something was missing here.
There is something missing.
Who else was involved with this?
We know another person that's involved.
I had collected everything I needed. I just had to organize my thoughts.
Well, I know exactly where to go to organize my thoughts. I need to go to the calmest place in the office. The calmest place.
What are you doing in there?
Oh, hello. Don't mind me. I was just snooping.
Snooping around, are we?
Yep.
That room is strictly off limits.
Yes, it is.
I even put up posters.
You did?
This is for important detective work.
Yep.
Huh?
Well, he's mad. Oh, I've got to go to the calmest place in the office. Do you have anything to say? Nope, nope. You're just generally mad. Okay, calmest place is over here. Right by the photocopier. No, hang on, just gotta... Maybe if I go on the other side of the photocopier. There! Perfect. Okay. So, who else is responsible? It's Boris. Boris is the Salami Bandit's accomplice because he needed somebody who could carry out the importing of the salamis via the bus. Yup.
The Salami Bandit wasn't working alone.
Indeed not.
It made sense for the bus driver to be involved.
Yup. But there's someone else. Why did Sophie know about all of this? Because Sophie is also one of the accomplices. Because she used to date Boris, and the Salami Bandit needed someone who could convince Boris into helping.
I couldn't believe Sophie managed to talk Boris into this.
And then she got cold feet. That's when she was kidnapped.
Aha! I had it all figured out now.
That you do.
It was time that I confront the culprits.
And probably nothing happens because we didn't call the police.
But first,
Okay.
I had to free Sophie.
That you do. Let's go. Hello.
Sophie! What happened?
Well, she got kidnapped.
What's going on out here?
A kidnapping was going on. And here comes everyone.
Why is everyone yelling?
Because we figured it out.
This looks dramatic.
It is
It's kind of a long story.
a very long story.
And guess who deduced said long story?
You.
The one and only Duck Detective.
Ah!
Read the room.
We're in a parking lot. There is no room.
This is how everything went down.
Explains.
The Britzel Beerbus branch was suffering losses and had their budget cut as a result. Manfred, worried about the financial stability of his family, felt himself backed into a corner. This is when he became the Salami Bandit. He made his grand plan of salami smuggling and realized he couldn't do this alone. He recruited Boris, since it would be easiest for the bus driver to load and unload the wares discreetly. The bus would go through a customs check at the Salsiccia bus station first. And then Boris would take a detour to get the salami and load it onto the bus. This is why the buses always had a huge delay. It wouldn't be easy to talk Boris into crime, so Manfred convinced Sophie to join the team. Boris's obsession with her would make it easy for her to manipulate him into helping with their plan. Everything was going well until the Duck Detective, that's me, infiltrated the office. Freddy was meant to be the scapegoat for the crime, but I'm not fooled that easily. Sophie began getting cold feet and ultimately wanted to confess to the police. Manfred couldn't have this, so he interfered. In an outburst of panic, he abducted her and hid her in the luggage compartment of one of the buses. And this is why Manfred stole Laura's lunch!
What?
Yeah, it doesn't have anything to do with this.
Everything is figured out, but who is truly guilty?
Well,
Manfred, Sophie, and Boris are all involved in the smuggling.
yes.
Who should get arrested for their crimes?
Well, Sophie is the one that convinced Boris to do it. Boris is the one that did the thing. But it was Manfred who organized it all.
Manfred was the mastermind behind everything.
Yep.
Should Manfred get arrested?
Yes.
He is the reason this all started in the first place.
He is.
Of course he should be arrested. What about Sophie? Without her, the smuggling wouldn't have been possible.
Yep.
She manipulated poor Boris into taking the salami across the border.
Yep.
Should Sophie get arrested?
Yes.
What she did was clearly illegal. She needs to face the consequences.
Just gonna arrest everyone at this rate.
Boris was at the end of the chain.
Yep.
Had he refused to take the salami on board, the plan would have not worked out.
Yep.
Should Boris get arrested?
Yes.
He might have not realized what was going on entirely, but that doesn't mean he's not liable for engaging in the smuggling.
They should all be arrested.
All right. I've made up my mind. I will report to the state police. Manfred! Sophie! Boris!
And I do it again!
That you would.
Anything to secure my family's well-being.
I'm not sure grand-scale salami smuggling was necessary for that.
How else was I going to cope with all the budget cuts? If anyone actually worked in this office, we wouldn't have such terrible performance in the first place!
Laura works so hard!
Hey, I work.
Yes, and then you keep asking for promotions.
Because she works!
How am I going to give anyone a promotion if we have people baking cakes during working hours?
Because it was a birthday party!
And while we're at it, Rufus! How dare you embezzle money from the company and then threaten me?
That's... Rufus said we're only doing that until his book takes off. And then I'll play the lead alien in the movie adaptation.
And everything falls apart.
Look who's going to jail now, Manfred. Not me, that's for sure.
I stand by what I said. I regret nothing.
What is this? If I had known that calling the duck detective would result in this, I would have never done it.
Well, too late.
You were supposed to find out who stole my lunch, not accuse my best friend of smuggling.
But she did smuggle.
I knew this was a bad idea from the beginning.
Well, unfortunately.
Why did Boris have to lose the bag?
And that's what you're sad about.
My God, he is such an idiot!
I had no idea it was that important. Why didn't anyone tell me about the plan? You said your cousin was ill, and the only thing that would make her happy was the salsiccia salamis.
Oh, it's all falling apart now.
I should have known. If you're stupid enough to believe that, then you're also too stupid to bring a couple sausages across the border.
Wow, you really did quack the case, Mr. Duck Detective.
Ha!
You're just as cool as I imagined.
That we are.
Not now, Fedderson. The truth. The truth is an ugly mistress. But it is my duty to throw bread to the fine beak of Lady Justice.
98% of players decided to arrest Manfred, 66% of players decided to arrest Sophie, 70% of players decided to arrest Boris. I arrested all of them. And that was Duck Detective The Secret Salami, an incredibly fun detective game where I deduced everything in a very silly way. That was incredibly fun. Short, but phenomenally fun. And there's a sequel. I really want to go tackle the sequel now. It's just my kind of humour. It's very silly, and that noir atmosphere was so perfectly encapsulated in a bus office environment. What can I say about it? It's just really fun. And there's that little bit at the end of, by the way, this is what people did. There was only one thing I could do, which was arrest everyone.
Oh, crap.
Wait, you didn't have to be paid, did you?
I completely forgot to collect my payment from Laura.
Oh!
Everybody already went home.
No!
How am I going to pay for the bus?
You're gonna have to walk, aren't you?
Guess I'm walking home.
That you are.
Need a ride?
Freddy!
I just booked this one. It's been such a long day after all.
Oh, am I glad to see you?
No, thank
Oh,
Come on, it'll be fun.
it will be.
Plus, you must be tired after all the detective work.
Indeed.
I really don't.
Please?
Oh, he asked nicely.
Yeah, fine.
Yay!
Great. Now I finally have time to tell you all about my ideas for your social media.
Oh no.
Please don't.
Oh no.
I could get you tons of publicity.
Oh no.
No.
And imagine, we can team up,
Absolutely not.
and I could be your sidekick.
Maybe you should have got soaked instead. The end. But there is another game. There is another case. And I'm really, really tempted to play it right after this one. I'm really tempted to go through the Ghost of Glamping. I really, really want to. That's the sign that this was a good game. That I want to immediately dive into the next one. That was great fun. I loved that. An enjoyable time was had, and hopefully you enjoyed watching me stumble through the game too. Hopefully you did. And when we come back, folks, it may very well be the Ghost of Glamping. Will there actually be a ghost? Probably not. Or maybe there is. Nah, probably isn't. But will Freddy be in the sequel? Will there be bread? Will we actually have money? Of course we won't have money, it's a noir detective game. But will we potentially find some money? Probably not, because it's a noir detective game. But there will be a case. And there will be justice. Possibly. Maybe. I also noticed there's bread right next to the Duck Detective's computer. Partially eaten. And I'm Kikoskia, and that was Let's Play Duck Detective The Secret Salami, a short but incredibly enjoyable game. I really enjoyed that. And when we come back, folks, it's probably gonna be the sequel, because I enjoyed this that much. And if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe if not. If you are subscribed, press that bell for those notifications. And I'll catch you next time, folks, and I'll see you then. Later.